Hello and welcome back to Hey, why are you leaving me? No. All right. My cat. That's Zeke's. Anyway, sorry. Welcome back to A Slightly Twisted Female. I'm your host, Brittany Rue. Today we are going to continue part 2 of looking at the LGBTQ plus curriculums that have been mandated in a variety of public schools across the United States of America. Here we're going to be looking at Maryland's largest school district, Montgomery County Public Schools. That says expanding opportunity and unleashing potential. Let's take a look. All right, so this is just so, I got off the PowerPoint for the part 1. I wanted to just take a look at a variety of different materials, aka propaganda, that is being pumped into our children through these indoctrination centers, aka public school. Again, this is why it is so important that all community members stay involved with public school systems and school boards. And I'll say it again, it does not matter if you do not have a child. It doesn't matter if you hate children. It doesn't matter if you'll never go near a child. It doesn't matter if you never want to be a parent, if you hate parents, if you hate kids, whatever it is. You are still entitled to participate in school boards if you are a taxpayer or not even a resident. If you are a resident of the school district, you are entitled to participate in the school district for whom you are a resident of. As long as you are an official resident, you can go, you have a legally protected right to go and speak at school boards. Remember, the public school system is a public utility. You, as an American, are entitled to participate in it. It is a democratic process. You can elect school board officials. You need to go out and vote. Make sure you know who's running for school board. Or even better, you can go and run for the school board yourself, something that I intend to do once my children are a little bit older. Rest assured, I will be out there every election season until they decide to elect me. I'm not playing with anybody, so let's get on with it. So just as a quick reminder, this was student rights. Nevada took a big step forward last week by becoming the 6th state to require schools to teach a history and social science curriculum inclusive of LGBTQ plus people and identities. In many ways, Assembly Bill 2621 mirrors efforts of other states that have already passed such legislation, many of which require the inclusion of not only LGBTQ plus people in history texts, but also Black, Native, and Indigenous people and people with disabilities. So basically they have laws on the book requiring K through 12 instructional materials to include and represent LGBTQ plus people and identities. And as we know, sorry, I went away. As we know, that's just the foot in the door. This isn't just about, including some stories of LGBTQ plus people who, or the contributions of people who just happen to have, an LGBTQ plus identity. No, this is really a foot in the door to append and basically redefine and restructure the entire school system, right? They want an overhaul. And again, this is why the trans thing is so, I think, valuable for them. It allows them to basically uproot everything. Once you can fundamentally change the structure of the most fundamental pieces of humanity, that we are sexually dimorphic, that a man is an adult human male and a woman is an adult human female, then the possibilities are endless of what you can do, and we're already seeing it. It's everything must change. It is an absolute cascade of effects once you change the definitions of boy and girl, man and woman, and you start writing that into the curriculums. It just ripples out, and it is very powerful people to be able to wield that, where you can take apart everything and change it, and you get to implement entirely new systems. No wonder it's so attractive. So let's take a look. Alrighty. Oh, look how nice that looks. It's just a little heart. MCPS welcomes and affirms LGBTQ plus students, staff, and families. Why do we need to know what a staff member's sexuality is? Again, it's one thing if someone just casually mentions, oh, my husband, and they're a man. That's fine. Who cares? We don't need them to have full course classroom discussions on their sexual identity. And I don't care. And I know the vast majority of sane, rational, gender critical, lesbian, gay, and bisexual people that I know agree. They're like, yeah, this isn't important until, kids are older. We don't need to be talking about this in kindergarten. We don't need to sexualize a curriculum. The vast majority of any reasonable person, doesn't matter what your sexuality is, recognizes that this is weird. Sorry. Okay, so let's take a look.
It's really important for us to center LGBTQ plus voices.
We have made a commitment, and that commitment requires that we cultivate an environment where our LGBTQ plus students feel welcomed and supported.
That's the superintendent. Oh God, I can already imagine what a nightmare it is to go to that school. God, I'm so grateful. I'm actually, like I said, so I joined the parent teacher organization, and I'm affiliated. I have a role now in the school board. I'm not an elected school board rep, but I have a role in the school board as I represent the PTO, the parent teacher organization within the school board, and that's my way to just sort of get my foot in the door and keep an eye on things. And I have to report back about what's going on and all that sort of stuff. And there's a reason, and I'm really grateful because because of my roles in my children's schools, in both of their schools, the middle school and the elementary school, I have forged connections and relationships with the principal, with other people who make big decisions with the school. So I'm very grateful to report, at least with the middle school and the elementary school, there is not, the middle school has the gay or GSA. It used to be Gay Straight Alliance. I guess it's Gender Sexuality Alliance or something like that now. But they've been really hands off of the elementary school, thankfully. And I'm gonna keep investigating and learn about the exact breadth of what sort of influence this has had on the middle school and what sort of action I would need or want to take about it. I've already talked to my middle schooler about this sort of stuff. He's older and really just intelligent and very socially capable, and he understands these things. I actually let him watch one of my videos finally. I let him watch the one about, it's just the tapestry of detransitioners telling pieces of their stories, and he was like, this is awful, this is so sad. And I was like, yeah, so if that helps you understand sort of what the concern is, in case you ever hear anything that I've ever said. All right, I actually gotta go, guys. My kids just walked in and I was waiting. I'm gonna continue with this because this is an important conversation that I think that we need to have, and I will talk to you guys later. Sorry about having to cut it off so short.